Hey you guys, it's Nicole Kluba with Kluba Ceramics. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I have my microphone on, but it is raining pretty hard here, and there's some thunder. But I'm under my kiln shed, and I'm about to unload the kiln. And I've been waiting for the rain to kind of go away, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, and I need to get these pots out. So yeah, we're going to try and record this. So I really hope you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this is coming out of my electric kiln fired to cone 6. So let me go ahead and grab my gloves and we'll get started unloading. Alright, so also if you were here for my last video, I told you I was going to have to find a new spot to set my phone and record these kiln openings. But I have yet to do that. So we're back in the spot, which isn't the best, but we're going to make it work for today. So we have this bowl. This is actually one of my husband's bowls. If you didn't know, he helps me out part-time in the pottery shop, and he actually makes his own pieces. So, and this glaze is blue rutile. I believe it's Amico's blue rutile. It's just on a red clay body, and I believe he applies by pouring on the glaze. So yeah, that's the first piece. I'm sorry you guys, the rain's starting to come down a little harder, so I really hope you can hear me. So second piece is another one of my husband's pieces. Same thing, Amico blue rutile poured on. And this is the inside. This is just a little planter that he made. Looks like it cracked a little at the bottom, unfortunately, but yeah, there's that piece. All right. Next up is another one of my husband's pieces. I believe this whole top shelf is actually, but this is just a little plate that he made. Same thing, Amico blue rutile poured on. All right. And then we have another one, same thing, Amico blue rutile poured on, red clay body. And that one is also my husband's pieces. And then we have these little, well, I just lost my train of thought. What are these things called? Watering cans. We have these little mini watering cans. And this is actually a slip casted mold. So these are ones that my husband had made. And the glaze is, I cannot remember the glaze. If you recognize what this glaze is, comment it down below. It is a Mako glaze. I cannot remember what it is. I'm so sorry, but I will try and remember to link it down below because I cannot remember. But it's very distinct, so if you remember what it is, comment down below, please. All right, and then we just have another one. Same thing. All right, I'm going to take out this top shelf. All right, so we got some more of my husband's pieces on this shelf. There's a little mini. Sorry, the rain's starting to come down again. So this is that same glaze that I cannot remember, but it is a Mako glaze. And this was actually slip casted as well in a mold. So this was another one my husband did. And same exact thing here. This is a slip casted mold, same Mako glaze. And then we have another one of his plates. This is the red clay body with Amico blue rutile poured on. All right, and then last thing on this shelf is one of my Sgraffito moth spoon rests. All right, we're moving right along to the middle shelf. All right, so I'm super excited about this. So I'm looking in the kiln. I have a bunch of glaze tests in here. So I have never mixed my own glazes for cone 6. I have been mixing my own cone tin glazes. Or well, I take that back. I have been mixing up my own clear glaze, but it is 6 through 10. But I do have some colors that I've mixed up for cone 10, but cone 6, I have not attempted that yet. So I had a bunch of tests in here, and I see right off a couple that look really good. The others I'm not sure. So super excited to see how that does. So let's go ahead and get started on this middle shelf. So first off, we have one of these little pumpkins. This is one my husband made, and it is slip casted. So that's super fun. And then we have a skull. This is also slip casted by my husband. He's been doing a lot of slip casting lately, so trying to get up some stuff for Halloween. I know it's about that time of the year. And then we have another little slip casted ghost. All right, and then we just have one of my Sgraffito Raven cups. Another Sgraffito Raven cup, but this one is on some reclaim, so it is like a light brown reddish color. Another Raven cup. I had a bunch of those in this firing. Okay, another Raven cup. And then another Raven cup. All right, and then I have a Owl Sgraffito mug. I was running low on these, so I tried to go ahead and throw a couple in this firing. And then same thing here. All right, so this is what I'm excited for. We have the glaze test we're going to start taking out now. Okay, so this one did not do like I wanted, but this is one that I actually messed up. So I had followed a recipe to get a green glaze, and I left out the EPK, and this is what it did. It is not a very pretty brown, but I went ahead and kept the test and put it in here just to see what it would do. Thank goodness I caught it that I had not added the EPK, so I added it, mixed it up, and then did another test tile, but this is the one that I messed up, so not any good, obviously. Okay, so this is, let's see. So this is one of my oil spot glazes with a, well, with that same green glaze on top. It did not turn out nice. There's just a little spot of color, so I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. This one actually looks like it turned out very well. So this is the oil spot glaze with a cobalt glaze that I mixed up. Sorry, it's really hard to see. There we go, it's focusing now that I'm out of the shot. But see, it's that real deep black, and it has that blue coming through. So that is super, super pretty. It looks like that one did all right. I'll have to do some more tests on that. And then this one, what is this one? Okay, so this is that cobalt glaze by itself. I don't, see, it'll focus. There we go. I don't know why it's just colored in certain areas. I don't know if I didn't dip it long enough or what happened, but kind of strange. Not sure why it did that. Okay, and this is, okay, so this one turned out kind of cool. This is it's called floating iron. Um, it is a part of the first 5 glazes. I got the recipe off of Glaze. I can't remember what, I can't remember who posted it, but I'll try to link it down below. It's there's a series of Cone 6 glazes, and it's the first 5, and it's floating iron. So the reflection's kind of messing it up, but as you can see, it's like a really deep blue-green with some orange coming through. I hope you can see that. So that is a cool glaze. So that one seemed to do pretty good. Okay, so this, I'm not a fan of this. This is the chrome glaze where I did fix and added the EPK after the fact. It's a little bit more green than the first one, but it's still brown. So, yeah, that one obviously did not work out very well, unfortunately, but that's okay. Alright, so this one is, this is that floating iron glaze with oil spot. And that turned out pretty cool. It looks pretty similar to just the floating iron by itself. But, let's see if it'll focus. That's pretty cool. It has that same blue-green running with some of that rust color coming through. I'm sorry, you guys. It's kind of hard to show these with the reflection. I hope you can see that a little bit. Alright. This one turned out very, very well. This is the oil spot with iron range, which is actually, I think I told you guys wrong. I did the floating iron, the first 5 floating iron, and then I have an iron range glaze that I also found on Glazy, and it gave me this beautiful blue. It's like a blue jean blue. So that is very, very nice. I'm very pleased with that. So that turned out very, very well. And this is, let's see. So this is the oil spot glaze with a purple glaze that I had mixed up. So that turned out very good as well. I hope you guys can see that. It's very pretty. It looks like the purple ran a little bit, which is very nice. So yeah, like I said, that is my oil spot glaze with a purple glaze that I mixed up. So that turned out very, very nice. Alright, I'm going to take out this middle shelf and we'll be on the bottom. And I think I actually have some more glaze tests down here as well. So, okay, so this is, I'm very excited about this. So I just did a soda ash wash on this little tester piece. So as you can see at the bottom, that is the Mako on-gobe, black on-gobe. And I had did the soda ash wash on this top part. And as you can see on the inside, it is matte, where it's just the on-gobe. And the soda ash wash gave it a really, really nice sheen. So that is awesome. I'm really glad to know that that came out good. That was just a test that I was interested in doing. All right, and this is one of my husband's cups, which it turned out absolutely beautiful. So this is same thing, or same glaze as those others from the beginning. This is Amico Blue Rutile poured on, and this one, it's not on that same red clay. It looks like it's on some reclaimed clay, but yeah, so that turned out really good. All right, so next I have one of my Sgraffito back planners. So This guy turned out good. Sorry, you guys, the rain is starting to pick up a little bit again, so I do hope you can hear me, and I apologize for the background noise. I'm not sure how much this is helping, but hopefully it's helping a little bit at least. So this is a refire. It was in my last video. It had a chip in the top, and so I grinded it down, and I put some more glaze on it, and then it came out where it wasn't matte for some reason. So I put a little bit more glaze on it. Oh, wrong side. And now you can see the clear. I obviously got it a little bit too thick. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix that, but we will see. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about that, because I'm not sure if there is anything I really can do since the clear just got a little bit too thick. If you have any recommendations on what I can do to patch this up, please let me know. Alright, so okay, these turned out interesting. So I actually tested some of our wild clay as a slip. And it looks like this one, I don't really know. I mean, I did not sieve it out before, so that's probably why it looks so groggy. I'll need to do that, but I kind of just wanted to get an idea of the color. And it kind of gave a neat gray color, so we might be able to turn that into something. We will see. But yeah, this is the white slip, or a white clay body from our property. Alright, this one turned out pretty cool actually. So this is the red clay body from our property. So it gave kind of a nice, kind of a chocolatey brown color with a hint of red. So that's kind of cool. So we might be able to do some stuff with that. And this turned out cool. This is actually the blue clay from our property that I'm trying to make a clay body out of. I decided to test it out as a slip in cone 6. So that turned out pretty cool. And also on all of these slips, I did add a clear glaze on top. So it kind of gives like a nice gray, like purpley gray color, which is cool. Like I said, I did not sieve these out before putting them on as a slip, so I will have to do that next time. But like I said, I just kind of wanted to get an idea of the color, which that's really neat. Alright, and this one also had a pretty nice color. This is the yellow clay from our property as a slip. That has a very nice chocolatey brown. I think we probably should be able to do some pretty cool things with that. Alright, and this is the last slip test. So this is an orange clay from our property as a slip. It looks pretty similar as the red and the yellow, but kind of has that chocolatey brown color. So yeah, I'll have to play around some more with these and see if I can make a pretty good slip to use to do some sgraffito at cone 6. So I did have some wild clay tests in here. These are just to see if they vitrify at cone 6. This is the red clay body from our property, and this is it fired at cone 6. I have not tested them in a while. I remember testing them back like a year and a half ago to see if they vitrified at cone 6, and I cannot remember my results. I cannot find it wrote down anywhere. I can't even find my test, so I was like, I need to just do it again to see if they vitrify at cone 6. So this is red clay from our property. So I'm going to do a little water test and see if it vitrifies or not. And then this is the yellow clay from our property. And this is the orange clay from the property. So last two things are some more glaze tests. So this is that iron glaze that I showed you a test for earlier with the oil spot. That gave that nice blue color. So that is very, very nice. I'm very pleased with that. And the final glaze test. This is that purple glaze by itself. I don't know why it looks, it's a little purple, but it's also matte, so it's kind of a weird result. But yeah, so we had some pretty good things in this firing. That is everything. Again, I apologize for the sound quality because it is raining and storming here, but I needed to get this kiln unloaded. And I told myself I was going to film every single kiln opening and share it here for you guys to see. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any more video ideas, anything like that, please let me know down below. I'll have all of my links down in the description, so you can go follow me on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.